Hello, it's Rene Byrd. How are you all doing? I am here for another amazing Who Am I talk. And I've got an amazing guest this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Her name is Shiriel Riley, from founder and CEO of Nails and Brows Beauty Edit in Mayfair. Hello, Shir. They are a luxury concept now and brow beauty boutique and based in Mayfair. I'm not sure if you're familiar, all my overseas audiences. Mayfair is a beautiful, luxurious area of London, and her clientele is amazing. A-listers. She is a queen. She's doing amazing things in the beauty industry, and we've been trying to catch up for a while. So it's been really exciting for me to finally get her on my show. So I'll be introducing her very shortly. So I want to get all the people join in. Everyone's finished their dinner who's in London, and all my international clients and colleagues and everyone that can join today be amazing. You're going to learn some amazing things about the beauty industry. So give me 1 second. Let me see. So she's joined, and then I will see her now. That's wonderful. 1 second. Give me 1 second. This is technical. Anytime now, she will pop up, the beautiful lady. Hello.
Ah, we're connected. Hi,
How are
how are you?
you? Oh, I'm very well, thank you. It's so lovely to
Good.
see you,
I'm so
to
sorry. I
finally
was
see
nervous
you, isn't it?
live.
Can you hear me, sweetie?
Can you hear me?
It's okay. Yeah, I
Yes,
can
I
hear you. I can
can.
hear
I
you.
can.
Yeah.
Because you don't get to control the,
I know.
things.
It's okay. No, it's fine. It's so good to. We've been trying to catch up for I think the last 2 years. This is what it is. You've been so busy and just doing your thing and growing the business to the best. Your business is amazing.
Oh,
Let me tell you how I knew about you. I'm always in Mayfair. It's my little stomping ground. I've got my office is there, my post stuff is there, and I've done a lot of events. And I walked past this beautiful boutique, and I'm a girly girl, and I was like, who on earth is this? And I hadn't seen it because you were right opposite Park. What's the name of that restaurant? Park
Park,
Chinas?
Park Chinois.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it, Chinois.
Mm.
So I was like, this one slipped me. This one literally slipped me. So I walked in and met all your beautiful staff. And they were like, yes, this is owned and it's amazing. So I was so excited. And I think we just exchanged details, but we just hadn't had a chance to catch up. So isn't it
Yeah,
crazy time?
it's really, really crazy. And thank you for popping in. I know you,
You're very
uh,
welcome.
the lady in the know.
No, you people, you know what it is. You spread love. You look after people. I think even more so in this time, isn't it? And I'm all about getting people together and connecting people, and just I'm inspired by people like yourself that are doing amazing things.
Oh,
And yeah,
thank
very
you.
inspired by you, and you're a very beautiful, beautiful woman. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm really happy that we finally, because I know we've communicated many times. My
Hmm.
crazy because I travel a lot and work,
Yeah.
and equally yours as well. Lots of events and functions that you do. So
Yeah.
trying to get
Yeah.
to coordinate, it's been challenging, but we're here finally.
You're here. And thank you for your time because I know, gosh, we're finally coming out of COVID a little bit, little bit. We're not going to scream too much, but we're screaming. And I know you was trying to get the shop ready, the boutique. So you've had a lot of things going on, haven't you?
Definitely. Hi, Clodagh. Let me quickly introduce
Oh,
you to my audience who don't, know much
please, of
about you.
course, of
So this
course,
is
of
Rene,
course.
amazing, talented singer, songwriter. I mean, the list of accolades just goes on, really. And I'm really
I'm
fan
doing my best.
of her. You can check out her website from clicking the link and find out more about her. And
That's really
very, very
sweet.
talented soul R&B singer and writer, bit of producing, kind of really creative. Oh, probably easier for you to
Yes.
tell, our friends and family
Yes.
about yourself.
No, definitely. Let me tell you a bit of a background to this series. So, in February of this year, I released a single called Born Again, a new music video, absolutely stunning. And, you know, a lot of work went behind the scenes. It's a well-known song. It's an adaptation of Sarita and Billy Preston. So I made it into up-tempo, more of a salsa feel, and doing fantastically. Loads of interest in the States. America seemed to love me, and I'm really grateful for that. And then COVID hit. So you
Uh-huh.
can imagine, right in the middle of my music campaign. So I
Oh,
said, what can I do? I've got a great platform. I know loads of people, and I want to share. I've always had this thing about platform for purpose. It's all well and good, you know, all these people. You can't be about selfies. It can't actually be about you. You don't realize how powerful it is for you to give. It's a servant attitude to have. You look after people. And Who Am I Taught was born, and like we're 22 episodes down since March. It's
that's
crazy.
amazing. Wow. Well done, you.
Isn't that crazy? And you know, I've interviewed everybody from, you know, Patrick Hutchinson, who did that amazing thing and helped the person in the Black Lives Matter march. Chris Collins, a supermodel for Ralph Lauren. I mean, it's been wow.
Oh,
And Yeah, and it's just having a chat really, because everyone has a story, and a lot of people don't understand the work that goes into all the things that we do and create as
mhm.
creators, as entrepreneurs like yourself. And it's always good to share that story, because people think like you spin around and it happens. It's a lot of work, you know. So that's how it was born. Yeah. And the team sat down. One of my team members, Tesley, who's also my brother, says, sis, you can talk a bit too much sometimes. Why not use your platform, have a chat with some beautiful people, and share it with the world? And you know, it's just been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So I'm so grateful to have you here.
Oh,
um, I want to introduce you, and I hope I pronounce your name Shiriel. Is that correct,
yes,
or have I spelled it
yeah.
wrong?
It's Sherrille, but
Shiriel, right?
not
Shirelle,
part
okay.
of the world. It's Sherrille, but
Yeah.
depending on which part of the world you're from, I don't mind.
Oh,
It's
that's wonderful. And
Sher-
we have something in common. I'm not born in Jamaica, but my family on both sides are Jamaican. So I have we have something in common. For you're from Jamaica, aren't you?
yes. Oh, so nice.
Yes, yes,
Going back to
yes. So
that's nice. That's really, really nice.
yes,
Yes, I was
yes. So
Jamaica, and I moved to the UK when I was 12 years old.
oh
So
wow,
I'm original, let's say.
you are completely stamp of approval. I'm watered down a little bit. I'm third generation actually, to be quite honest. But my upbringing is very much Jamaican. You know, the planting, the oxtail. My mum, you know, the stew chicken on a Sunday. You know, so
Oh,
it's very much that.
that's
Yeah,
so
it's nice.
have quite a strong culture and heritage. So wherever we go, that seems to follow, and you know,
Yeah,
it's nice. It's nice to adapt and you know take on
it's
different elements.
beautiful.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's amazing. And from that small islands comes some amazing people. Absolutely. So, you know, yourself, you've come from Jamaica, and growing up and looking at my grandparents, there's a lot of entrepreneurial spirit that they would have had because of the environment and things that they had to work and, you know, learn things. So I'm sure that had a lot of impact into what you're doing right now.
definitely. I think from what I've observed, I think a lot of Jamaicans are quite entrepreneurial, and I think
Hmm.
that comes from lack of opportunities there.
That's
You
right.
know, we in the UK, we're really blessed to have amazing opportunities, you know, career-wise, progression, education. It does exist in Jamaica, but you do need to have quite a big wallet to
Yes.
so because you know it's hard to find work and good work, you know, a lot of people are kind of create opportunities for themselves. So I think you know it's quite a creative culture from
Yes,
music,
it's
foods to just an entrepreneurial mindset of let's try. And
yes.
as I think the spirit of that comes from lack of opportunities. And when you don't have that
Mm,
formal corporate, you know, ladder to follow, you come up with something else, and it's
that's correct.
encouraged. It's you know it's encouraged
Mm,
from a family of female entrepreneurs. Um, Very small female entrepreneur. But I hadn't realized how much it had impacted me growing up as a child because I thought it was normal.
mm,
So
interesting.
my mother had a really small business, family business that she supported in the community. She was the
Hmm.
go-to for, you know, rice and sugar and milk and all the various things that, you know, you run out of or you need. And as a result,
Mm,
really quite known in the community, and I would go and help her. All my siblings, really. She would give us the key when customers would arrive and say, "Can you please go and serve or this person or that person?"
Yeah.
And we were not even taught. We just learned from observing what they were doing. And so my grandmother's sister, Aunt Jane, exactly the same. My mum actually followed suit. My mum is 68 and she still has her own business right now doing the same.
That's
So
amazing.
it's, you know, it's in our blood. We will learn, especially for women, because
I can hear you. It's okay.
oh,
That's no problem. Yeah,
so
sometimes it spins. That's fine.
yeah, it just seems strange. It looks like I need to tap the screen.
It's
Keep
okay. No
it
problem.
alive. But yeah, so that
Yeah, there's.
that's how that's kind of what inspired my creative flair, really. I always knew to have my own business, but I didn't have that traditional of path of how it was going to be. I trained
Mhm.
in the 90s, moved to London. I was brought up in Yorkshire. And
Okay, I was going to ask you that. I like there's a little tiny accent. I can hear the Caribbean, I can hear the English, but I can hear something else as well. I was going to ask you, where did you come and land, as they say?
yeah, I went to, yeah, the north, and I moved to London
Okay.
19, I think, and I went to work in
Okay.
kids. And so I'm very,
Oh,
I've been in lots of environments, and I've, you know,
mm,
and I like that, to be honest. I like to be exposed.
yeah. No,
And
definitely.
so, yes, after working in Harrods in the 90s, I decided I would love to set up my own business. But of course, I didn't have the knowledge, this experience, or the money.
Yeah. Yes, that helps a little bit, doesn't it? But But you did it. I mean, I've walked past your boutique and you had that vision. You came from the Caribbean, from Jamaica. You had all the inspiration and entrepreneurs, and you've built that. I mean, it is phenomenal. It really is.
Thank you.
It
Yes,
really
I mean,
is.
when you have a vision and it inspires you, it motivates you, then you get up and you take action. You go above and beyond to take action. And, you know, when you're focused on anything, I think if you're focused on anything long enough and you follow it with action, then you can,
Okay.
you know, whatever it is.
Yes. Understand.
I've been blessed
Yeah.
that way. I've met some amazing people that customers, women, influential women, and that have supported me along the way. And so I can't take credit for everything. I've met some amazing, really inspired me and mentored me, not
That's
formally
amazing.
me, but just being in their presence. And they were, you know, been doing amazing
Understand.
things that inspired me. And they would share feedback of, oh, maybe do this, do that. And so, yes,
Mm.
about 6 years ago, I decided to set up Nails and Brows. Nails and Brows is a premium beauty boutique, which is based in Mayfair. The
Yeah.
concept of Nails and Brows, I mean, we are going through, I guess, COVID, but the concept of Nails and Brows, it's a drop-in beauty boutique that specializes in
Hmm.
beauty treatments and
Yeah.
bespoke treatments such as nails, manicures, pedicures, brows. Those, you know, are the main focus for us. When I say bespoke, it starts with an in-depth consultation to ensure
Okay.
that we understand, meet and exceed, you know, our customers' expectations. We
Yes.
use the highest quality products that we can find with a
Yes.
natural ethos. I like natural products with as natural
Hmm.
ingredients, natural preservatives, because of course products can be natural, but they can be packed with preservatives and they quickly become, you know, not so natural. So it's
Hmm.
hard to say what's naturally yours, but are they
Hmm.
natural products and by experts in their field. Our team are really professional, knowledgeable, very experienced, and really passionate. And I am as well. So I'm very selective of ensuring we get the right team members that values and have this kind of same ethics and standards. So it becomes kind of a family. We work in synergy.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then training and constant training. I'm very hands-on and involved. Um, I think, sometimes new team members imagine, because I am the owner and founder, they imagine that I maybe don't really do much. And
Yeah, sitting
when
back,
yeah,
not
actually,
realizing you're actually very much involved.
very, very much, they imagine that, oh, she pops in and out, and we don't really know she's the owner. And when we start working closely, they're like, oh my God, she's really like running the business. I can't believe
Involved.
it.
But don't you,
So
I mean, you know the circular of your business, and I think a lot of people don't realize how important it is to know the nuances of it, know how it works, so you can see exactly if somebody's actually doing the best job they can. And because it is your baby, I'm sure sometimes we got to learn to pull back a bit. I'm not very good. I want to be involved in everything, but it is nice that you can have the oversight and you can look and go, right, yeah, it's moving how we want it to. And the fact that you are involved, they can see your presence and see that you are engaged. You believe in it. It comes from you. It's your vision, isn't it? So that's amazing.
yeah, very, very much so. For me,
Yeah.
it's really important because my business, I guess, is a reflection of me to a certain degree. I've kind of created what my clients, I've looked after clients since I think 1997. So
Wow.
I understand after so many years the needs of customers and the demographic of customers that I've looked after. And then also
Mhm.
as a woman and as a consumer, I have needs as well. So I've put all of that
Mm.
together and my knowledge and experience, and I'm really
Amazing.
proud that I've been able to realize it. Um, we've got an amazing, amazing team as well. Our managers are just, they live it and breathe it. It's part, their standards is natural part of them as well. So
I understand.
it's that self motivation, if you know. So yes, that's
Yeah.
really Nelson Brows, and then in 2017 I created my own brow collection called Beauty Edit Mayfair.
I saw that.
Mm, yes, it's been.
Fantastic. So aftercare beforehand, so that you're keeping that maintenance throughout their whole kind of month, or so they can maintain it. Because one of the things when you go to a beauty salon, when you go and get your hair done, I'm like, I can't even do what she just did, the magic. But you're allowing them to take that experience back home, and that's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. It's great for me and for us as a team, as a company. It's really
Yeah.
important is what I discovered, I guess, from working in the premium environments. Lots of customers would spend quite a bit of money and time achieving amazing results, and then they wouldn't necessarily know how to maintain because they wouldn't always be given that kind of aftercare and
Mm-hmm.
right product tools to use. And as experts, we have a responsibility to educate, inspire, and share our knowledge with our.
Mm-hmm.
When they come back, we are more doing maintenance than we starting again.
I
And
understand.
so the products that we use in our boutique, for example, on the brows makeup, once we style the brows, we would then finish with, enhancing brow products, pencils,
Mm-hmm.
lighters, brushes, and gels. And they were not
Mm-hmm.
out because I hadn't created my own products. And customers
Mm-hmm.
love the results. And we would also give them the mirror and show them and walk them through what we're doing and why. And because so we work in quite an educational way as well. And
Mm-hmm.
really interesting the feedback because quite often our customers would say, "Oh my God, I bought a pencil from some department store and I didn't know how to use it." So the
Yeah.
fact that we were educating them of how to, was really quite an experience for them, and
Mm-hmm.
clients would want to purchase the products that we were using on them, and so it led me to
Mm-hmm.
create. I understood that there was a need. What we were using were really good, but I felt they could be better, and there wasn't better available to professionals. For stores, as
Mm-hmm.
a brand, but not as
Yes.
professional to use. So that's what led me
Yeah.
to my own. And I'm very proud. They've been really, really well received. Um,
Wow.
they're all about natural ingredients. Our packaging's all about, really eco-friendly. They're made of cedar wood. So, we really shy away from doing anything that's caused environmental damage, really. You know, biodegradable, etc. So yeah, I'm really excited.
It's amazing. Congratulations. So
Thank
that's it's basically, as I said, an experience. Like, am I right in saying when they come to meet you, you know, walk them through, because beauty is very personal and everyone has different perspectives. Some are a bit more out there, some are a little bit more timid and, you know, more reserved. So you have to know your personnel, as they say. And then they can go home and take that experience home and be able to recreate that in their own way, which is phenomenal.
you. Yeah,
Really good.
definitely. For us, as you said, it's for us, it's about making our customers feel good, not just look good.
Mhm.
Because beauty is an emotional feeling, an emotional well-being as well. The physical
Mhm.
aspects help to enhance that emotional feeling. So for us, it's really important to have, you know, create a really nice, inviting setting. Um,
Mhm.
have great team members that have a nice energy to be around, and they're
Mhm.
pleasure for them to share their passion and their skills with you. So when you leave,
Yeah.
you don't only look great, but you actually feel great too. And for us,
And
that's what beauty is about, really.
I'm sure, you know, you must have some, as they say, secrets, because you are in the beauty. Any hairdressers, they're counselors. You're able to talk about people's experiences. And as you said, well-being is all part of the beauty experience. You know, we can have flawless skin, but inside we still need to feel good. And if we're not feeling good inside, it then doesn't show externally. So you're doing so much more for your clients than just the look and feel, as you said.
Oh,
It's
100.
amazing.
Yeah, 100.
Mm.
Um, secrets. I guess title of therapist. We're beauty therapists. So we do
Right.
the, and then we're the, you know, the unpaid therapist.
Yeah.
But
You didn't give him a bill at the end of it.
exactly.
Mm.
But you know, it's we really love what we do as beauty therapists, beauty experts.
Yeah.
We get to have that really nice, intimate conversation with women, with our clients, women and men, but you know, 90, probably
Mm.
97% of our clients are women. And for
Mm.
us, we get to learn a hell of a lot, because our clients are sharing their experiences, their knowledge with us, and also
Mhm.
we are supporting them and their journeys. You know, some of, you know, when they're getting engaged, they're getting married, having a baby, they're moving home. You
Yeah.
know, there's that journey of life. We get
Yeah.
involved in that, which is for us, it's wonderful. It's an amazing experience. We can't wait
Mhm.
to see that person come back to continue that, oh, you know, that journey, I guess. So
Yeah.
as a,
Yeah. It's so much more.
oh,
That's amazing. And it could talk me through a day in the life, because I said you're busy. You know, I saw you on the BBC, obviously speaking about COVID and how you was preparing your boutique. And then the emails and the meetings and the partnerships. And I think there was an award we went to once. What's the lady? I think it was the champion. What's the
oh
lady?
yeah,
Oh, I forgot the
yeah,
name of it.
that's
Do you
right.
remember?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I think,
And then I didn't catch you. I think you'd had to leave. And, you know, there's just different things happening because you just got to keep moving, haven't we, in our industry? So
definitely.
talk me through what a lovely day in the life of yourself. What could happen?
My day, typical day, I'm a very early starter. Usually start about 5 a.m. Hi, Jennifer.
Okay.
You're on here. I'm so Jennifer. We're
Oh,
texting each other at 5 a.m. Morning, sweetie, because we have.
oh,
I actually don't really use an alarm because I wake up naturally. And so my journey starts at 5 a.m. in the morning. I try to meditate in the morning. Some mornings I'm able to
okay.
really meditate and own the morning. Another mornings, my brain is just too busy to even focus.
Mm.
And I get up. I've got to admit, I go straight to my emails
Oh,
and
yeah. I'm
start.
guilty.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah. I start.
Awake, it's a really bad habit, but yeah, I think we do, don't we? Just like phone and
Yeah,
start.
got to be honest, I do. I just scroll and see, you know, anything urgent that I need to, and messages that maybe have
Mm.
night. And
Yeah.
I start my breakfast, light breakfast, and that's kind of my day pretty much start from then. I start replying to emails, but I draft them so I don't send emails that ridiculously. I kind of
Yeah.
eyes of things.
Yep.
I
Yep.
work on my business strategy, you know, training. There's so many things I do in any one day, but very business focused.
Orientated.
Meetings
Mm.
with our managers, sometimes meetings with suppliers, stock, you know, interviews with journalists, doing
Mhm.
Q&As, you know, writing up Q&A questions and answers. It's no one day is exactly, no 2 days exactly the same. And I can say it's in my days usually very busy, very,
Yeah,
very.
can imagine. But
um,
now my question, do you, and this is one of the hardest things that we all do as women who are focused and driven, do you take days off?
I do at the weekends. I do.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
weekend.
good.
Most weekends I take the weekends off. When I don't take the weekends off, if something's going on that I have to give it time and energy. But I'm married.
Mm-hmm.
I want to spend time with my husband, time, you know, to connect.
Of
And
course,
also,
of course.
I think you burn out mentally if you're constantly on the go, and it's, you know, you become not really so valuable to your business, to your team, to yourself. So the weekends I really exercise, I meditate, I go for walks in the parks. I, you know, that's my nurturing time, to be honest, for me.
That's good.
So yeah,
That's amazing.
100%.
Mm. And that's, and you've just, you know, you touched on something. I think it's really important. They say trying to work smarter than harder. We
Mm,
try to. And we can, when it's your own business, feel that if you do take a step back, you're not doing enough or you're missing something. But you actually come better prepared when you do take a step back and you're able to decharge, you know, detune yourself, get yourself ready for whatever. And you can think better because you've actually taken a step back and your ideas come. If you're on it, on it, on it, you never get a chance to just breathe and kind of reflect and as you said, re-strategize. And just taking the world, you know, there's so many things happening all the time, isn't there? And, you know, I find it difficult to keep up with the latest trend on social media, and you can't do this, but you have to do it like that. And, you know, if we don't take a step back, we can miss that. But then ultimately, it's also being your unique self. And I think what's really special about your business, as you mentioned, that personalization that you have with your clients. People look forward to coming into your boutique. It's a beautiful boutique. The service they get is professional. You know, one of the worst things that people go through, unfortunately, with businesses is that, yes, they're getting a great product or they're getting maybe a great service, but something happens professionally which would just put them off. And what
mm,
you guys have is 100% consistency throughout your
mm,
whole experience. A-listers you're having there because they know they're going to get the best service and come away looking $1 million. So where you are located and what you stand for, there's a synergy between the two. So yeah, it's really exciting. And do you think, I wonder, there's going to be another boutique somewhere in London? You're in the heart of opulence. But would you say you might do a franchise? I'm thinking I can see it. Do you think something like that would happen in the future? Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I mean, we have been approached numerous of times to actually
Okay.
opportunities in Dubai, in Canada, pretty much all over the world. And, you know, it's something I have considered, but I guess I'm quite
Yeah.
active of because we are a boutique and, you know, in terms of these opportunities, obviously with franchise, but I
Mm.
feel that maybe we would lose the essence because it's hard to replicate, you know, an original.
Awesome.
My
Yeah.
focus, to be honest, for our business in terms of growth and development is to
Mm-hmm.
really focus on our amazing brow collection. There's lots
Yeah.
more I would like to bring to the table that I can see that's not widely available. And because I've been
Mm-hmm.
hands-on for 20 plus, you know, 24 years,
Wow.
I'm able to see, you know, opportunities. And that's really my focus. I wouldn't say no to franchise. I wouldn't say no to expanding to another store. In fact, I had looked at actually expanding last year. To
Okay.
and but you know, everything happens for a reason and timing.
That's
uh,
it.
but
You couldn't
yeah,
have said it better. Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
But the the focus is developing our products and more moving into more of kind of a synergy between the virtual and the physical aspects of our beauty. Our beauty
Okay.
is, I can see the world is kind of mirror, you know, in synergy at the moment, and I think it will be the case going forward. So it's kind of moving into, as I said, more for virtual, virtual opportunities, really. The great
Mm,
time we can connect with so many customers everywhere in the world. I've been doing virtual brow coaching, and I've been looking after women in Sweden, in Australia, in Canada, in America, literally all over the world. Because of
amazing.
COVID, you know, we're not able to travel and move freely, but we still would like to have access. And so
Good.
I share knowledge and passion, and for me, that's really encouraging and inspiring.
I think that's amazing. I mean, I was going to ask you, was there any remodeling when COVID hit? We had to think, what do you do now? Now, the normal, I hate to use that word, is not normal anymore, but we've still got to keep moving, haven't we? We've still got to keep the brand ticking over. And I thought it was quite interesting to see how people literally remodeled themselves, rebranded themselves in some cases. I think gone were the days of partnerships that people were, it's about me, I'm doing myself. No, people started working together, because what happens, you're stronger in numbers, aren't you? And I think you then realized, and every other brand said, I have a big world over here. I have access to more people than I've ever had. And no one has ever been at home for this long. So
Definitely.
you was able to capitalize on that. That's
Oh,
phenomenal.
an amazing opportunity. You know, it was a challenging time being locked, you know, being closed for quite a while. But I also
Yeah.
I saw amazing opportunities at the same time, because, you know, when you stop, as you said earlier, your brain become free to be creative. And
That's correct.
this, we were all kind of under, you know, house arrest. We
Yeah.
creatively with our mind to escape. And yeah, I think many companies have reinvented themselves, and you have to, because if you don't, as you said, the norm of what we were used to doesn't really exist anymore. So you have to reinvent, and if you hold on to what you were doing before, I think it's going to be very challenging to move into the future if you don't evolve.
That's correct. No, I think what you've said about evolving is keeping an eye on what's happening. One of the greatest things being online now and dealing with people and having the global access, you was able to really have that connection even more than you had before. People, it was a challenging time. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have moments of despair, like, your health, family's health, what's going to happen. It felt like we was in a movie that we didn't ask get casted in. Basically, I was part of this big movie, and when was it going to end?
Yeah.
And I didn't, and I didn't know what was going to happen, and that was the uncertainty. And I have a little tiny control freak in me, so I wasn't able to control this. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't. I was being dictated to by the government, and they were giving rules, and scary. And then suddenly peace happened, because I thought there's nothing I can do about it. I've just got to work with the situation and keep positive. As you said, you meditate, I pray, and just kept that positive energy risen as high as I could. And then the world started working with me. It was amazing, because people were feeling the same. They needed that positive energy to come out. They needed to feel that connection. So yeah, I can imagine for yourself, beauty was one of the biggest things. No one was getting their hair done. The weave came out, the natural hair was shining through,
Yeah.
the eyebrows were growing out, the lashes dropped off. Everybody knew how everyone looked. No one could hide.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, as you said, it was just, yeah, it was one of those things, but there were opportunities, you know, out of it. For me, um, it was a very interesting time. I worked really hard behind the scene, because I had to with COVID, and many of our team were furloughed. And then, you know, I was able to switch off at times, and I've got to say,
Mm,
felt like I've been born again. You know, I think that's
okay,
in Christianity, that's kind of the expression anyway in Jamaica.
that's correct.
Because
That's
the
correct.
world stops, so you're always on a treadmill, or at least anyway, I've been on a treadmill for the past 20 years. You know, I'm very progressive. like to get things done and what's next. And, I like to be challenged. And
Of course.
suddenly the world stopped. So I was able to breathe and, stop with.
Mm.
And yeah, it was, mentally, I've got to say, it was good for me. Of course, there were many challenges. I'm not going to pretend, but for my
Mm.
health, it was good to stop and recharge and reconnect and analyze and value things that maybe I was overlooking because I was too busy on the treadmill. So,
No, I think 100%.
and so, yeah, it was inspiring to hear what you were saying of, how praying and really letting nature and letting things just happen naturally. Because I think we have this idea that we control everything. And for the first time, many of us realized we were powerless. And
Literally.
it's interesting. What I'm finding, um, for me, flexibility, I think the world and people in the world need to have a flexible mindset because I've got to realize we're very rigid. We have this idea
Yes, we are.
need to control everything. And when you're flexible, actually you open yourself to more opportunities and just be free. You're not stressed by it has to be this way and it has to be this time. And I don't know, it becomes very pressurizing when it has to be so rigid. And I think
Yeah.
we are going to learn to become flexible.
I love that. I think we don't realize until this happened who we really was and how much of a control freak I was. Oh my goodness. I needed to just get a chill pill occasionally and breathe and actually realize it's okay the email didn't go out at that time. It's actually okay. We're human beings and we're feeling this thing out. And it's a presumptuousness that we have about we are going to do it next week. Actually, I'm going away next week. We didn't. Everything shut down. The borders closed. We
Mm.
have this presumption about we are going to plan this for next Wednesday. We didn't know what tomorrow brought. Literally, one day moved into the next. The whole week was like Monday to Sunday, and it really made me made me stop and go. I have no control, and I realized how much bigger something is bigger than me, and I really just started to relax, and I feel really good. It's really strange what's happened. As you said, that reset. I have no control. I have control of myself, my thoughts, my mind, my health. So I've been very into fitness, running, and all sorts of stuff, keeping myself correct. And that is it. And then just keeping the best version of yourself at that time, working as hard as you can, but not overworking now. See, I pull back a little bit. I do things in seasons and segments. But before I was kind of like octopus. No, stop. What was you doing? I was at that event, doing that review in the studio, corporate hat on. It was ridiculous. So I had to say, slow down and reset. So I believe there's a, if they can say a positive, because you have to look at the positives. This reset that happened, as bad as it's been, and my heart goes out to losses and things, but it's really made you think about yourself and who you really are and what really matters and how precious life is. And
Yeah.
no riches in the world, there's nothing, no money, nothing can change this moment.
Mm.
Didn't, did it? No one can then wave their wand and go, maybe go in their jet, but even then they couldn't get through. Even a jet couldn't help you.
Definitely. It really, yeah, globally, it was interesting to see the whole world literally stopped. I think we've probably joked about it in blind comments in the past, but we never understood that it could ever happen.
Never. The films I've seen little nuances of it, but we actually was in a movie. We
Mm.
wear masks, and I've witnessed obviously from the Asian market, Japanese. I used to see them with masks and think, oh, maybe they got a cold, but I'm wearing this stuff now. I'm
Normalized.
walking down the street, pulling back and careful of them. It's crazy, but I've also at the same time said stop, because I don't want to lose that sense that we have of feeling, that emotion, that tactileness. It's the only thing about what's going on now. That cuddle is really important to me, that connection. So somehow we need to find that back over time, because we'll become sterile. Everyone's using this and no one wants to touch each other. And that is the most powerful form of connection: touch, feel, sound. Yeah. So that I need to be very careful of, because that's what I think's been missing. Hence the mental problems people have been having, because you can't connect with people. You can't just go run into someone's arms or just even touch a baby's head. You know, things that we would take for granted. So I'm praying over time this will ease out and we will find whatever that is and whatever's going to happen in the government and they fix this, because I want to cuddle. I want to be able to sing. And even those things have been stopped in some places, which is crazy because of their concern, you know. So there's lots about it that I hope in time we can find that balance, that connection, eat and drink with our friends, all of us, not just a segment of us, you know.
Yeah, it will. I'm really confident. Nothing lasts forever.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Good times and the bad times, nothing lasts forever. So we just in the cycle right now, and when we move from the cycle, it's just time. We don't get to control when, but we will.
That's correct.
And in the meantime, virtual hug.
Yeah, I took it. I took it and I absorbed it and I loved it.
Yes.
No, thank you. That was lovely.
You know, it's the energy that we're sharing that allowing us to connect. So, you know, it's still there.
No, definitely.
So what's next for you?
Wow. We've been in the studio working on an amazing project. And we can't reveal it at the moment, but it'll be a TV project for an artist we're working with. So we're really excited about that. And then myself, I'm in the studio, luckily, because it's a family affair. That's my bubble. So I can work with them because we've been doing this since the pandemic. So it's just a matter of us finishing projects. As you know, my song hit in the middle of the pandemic. So I'm doing a little more of a push, a re-push. It's on the platforms, it's available, but more of the TV campaign, they're giving me the chance to push it again, because at the time, nothing was happening but COVID. So, you know, I couldn't do anything more than that. And then this Who Am I series is doing fantastic. I'll just keep this on. There's a few things going on in the TV world. They're excited about the project that I've done. So I'm just letting it breathe. Just see what happens. I think now we just do the best version of ourselves and see where it leads. I think the pressure's off now. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to hopefully connect with the world and let the universe handle it from here. That's how I feel.
Love that. That's really, really inspiring. I love that.
You know, because there's nothing we can do. And what you're doing is phenomenal. You've reconnected with the people, because as I said, the beauty industry, they were yearning. How many appointments did you have waiting? I can imagine it must have been.
You had a waiting of, I think, 980 customers waiting list.
You're kidding me.
And it's great because it gave us confidence that we are, you know, we were going to be in demand, because there was some concerns, to be honest. We didn't know, you know, and there were lots of people that were scared. And so, it gave us confidence. We hadn't anticipated the amount of work it would take, the amount of manpower to manage appointments, and, you know, it's very short time. And kind of everybody wanted to come in on the same day, the same time. It was a great challenge to have, but like, oh my god, oh my god, but
wow,
good. And
that's fantastic.
You know, we're making the best of the situation we're in. So
and I think what's happening, people are adapting, so they follow what you ask them. They want to make it work. Social distancing, keeping the space, using hand sanitizers, masks, and, you know, masks is now the new fashion statement. You know, I've got about 4 or 5. They're like my shoes now, and I wear different ones depending on the outfit. So it's quite funny, isn't it? How we
imagine. But
would you believe it?
Yeah, lipstick. Oh my God, I've not even looked into it, but the sales of lipstick must be really suffering.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Because you can't put that on. It's true. It's only when you take it off, then the lippy comes on.
But yeah.
And wanted to talk to you. Sorry, after you, Shira.
No. What were you saying?
I wanted to speak to you about your A-listers. I mean, that's amazing. You had HRH Meghan Markle, you've had Halle Berry, Ariana Grande, Princess Beatrice. I mean, did they just wander past? I go, I want to go in there. Or was it word of mouth? Did they talk to each other and say, actually, I've heard this lady does amazing brows and beauty?
I mean, I'm very, really, really blessed. We've got some amazing clients that are very high profile, and then of
That's
course,
right.
got, clients that are just wanting to be groomed and pampered. With my high profile clients, unfortunately, I can't really
Of
share
course. Of
um,
course.
secrecy with an NDA.
Yes, of course. We can't forget that.
But I've been very blessed. I've been looking after A-list clients from in the 90s, really. And
Oh, wow.
is it's a service, and it's very personal and it's very intimate. So when you connect with that person, like hairdressers, you
Hmm.
always have that person because there's a energy, there's a connection, and the
That's
quality
correct.
of you obviously has to be second to none. But you
Yes,
don't want
yes.
to any random person into your space, your energy. So
Mm.
I've been
No, you
very
don't.
that I've looked after A-list and for many years, and I've got great relationships.
Mm.
As I said, I don't really because contracts and things that we sign,
Yes.
I don't really
Yes.
care, but I can say I've been very blessed, and
Of course.
customers really comes from recommendations, friends of
Yes, it is.
really good EAs that knows we are the place to go, and
To go.
and
So, yeah.
have read about us. Some have actually come in. We're in a great location, and we do attract
Yes.
great demographic of clients. So
Hmm.
so yeah, I've been very blessed to have looked after and still do some amazing, amazing. And
That's amazing.
what's nice is, and men, what's nice, you know, people are real. Of course, when you have a big profile, you imagine so much, but remove the profile of all people. They are
As
still,
human.
yeah, they're humans, and that's
Yeah.
people.
Mm.
Honest. Of course, I respect and I value their skills and professionals and their titles, but I still see them as human beings. That's fundamentally what they are,
Yeah.
and really nice. We're lucky to attract like-minded. I don't know. I think you attract the people or the energy that are similar to yours, and we are really lucky that we do attract really amazing women. Um,
Mm.
so just really nice, real. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so we're really, really blessed. There are times actually, yes, you can pop in and you will be sitting next to a celebrity. And there are times
Mm.
that and we encourage our clients to interact, to be honest, because,
Mm.
speak, it's a nice environment.
It's true. And having all those women together, as I said, one of the things over my journey and the people I've met, you realize you be yourself, and then they become themselves. Because you can't then scream and, get your camera. You don't behave like that. But some people do, they just freak out. But they're actually, it's quite overwhelming to be in the public eye. And sometimes they want to be somewhere where they can just relax and be calm and not have to do, the signatures and the autographs and all that stuff. And it's hard for them to trust. That's the impression I've got from a lot of people I
Very
know who are in the public eye. So they need to have that trust with you, and your energy is very relaxing, very calm. You've got very serene, calm energy. And I can imagine walking into the boutique, which I've been in different areas, it makes them feel safe. Something that's the most important thing, isn't it? And
right.
they come out with amazing look. The brow, I
Yeah,
mean, the Audrey brow. Talk to me about this Audrey brow. This is what you are. This is your signature brow.
that's
How
right.
obviously Audrey Hepburn is wow. So did you do it once and then somebody gave it a name, or did you give it the name before, or what?
Uh,
What brought that to life?
Um, the brand essence. I love natural beauty, and Audrey Hepburn, obviously, she's, timeless natural beauty. I really, I'm a girl. I loved, Breakfast at Tiffany, My Fair Lady,
Yeah,
Holiday. I was always in love with, all the characters that she played.
yeah,
And I just admired her style. And anyway, I was, as I created nails and brows, I created branding, and with my brand designer and developer, she asked me, who would nails and brows be if it was a person? And so I went through all the list, and Audrey Hepburn, you know, where would she go? Where would she shop? How would she dress?
Okay.
So I really went on this journey, and then I studied her features and her brows, and I was just very much inspired. And all of us, I think, were pretty inspired. So I wanted to recreate her look because I was inspired, but with a modern twist. And
Wow.
imagine was around now, how would she look? You know, how would she style her brows, how her dress? And so that's really what inspired me,
Okay.
with Audrey. And it's a beautiful natural shape, but it's a very lifted, you know, brow look. So there is no, it's very archless and it's very natural. It's a kind of universal look, because
No, I love that.
you know her style was very timeless, and all women can relate to her, all races, nationalities. It's when you have timeless beauty, it suits everyone. It's never going to go in and out of trend. It's just timeless.
No, you're
So
completely right.
and I've got to say it's the most requested brow um
Oh,
service in our menu. So
interesting.
it was, you know, it's really well received, because the results are fabulous, and yeah, it's, you know, it suits everyone really.
Yeah. And that's lovely. And it's very quintessentially English, isn't it? So overseas, I mean, I spent a lot of time in America and they love everything about the British, you know, the tea, the Tiffany's, all of that stuff, you know, high tea. They love that experience. And you can create that experience by, you know, your brows. So they can come away and go, we had the Audrey bow.
It's interpreted, I guess, by different nationalities, different, but
Mm,
supposed to be, I guess it can just be interpreted, you know,
yeah,
how, but yeah, I mean, pre-COVID, we did actually had a lot of American and Canadian clients, as you said, who are very much attracted to the quintessential British way. Yeah, and it's been great for us. So I'm hoping, I think it's probably 2021 before. I'm expecting big things 2021. I think all of us are.
I
Um,
think so.
so, and we will be able to reconnect globally in a different way. And to be honest, I think
Mm.
a way.
Yes, I think I second what you said. 2021, I think now this is the time to work on the business, to really use this time because we're never going to have this time again. You know, as bad as it's been in some occasions, we've never had this moment to really think about, to re-strategize, to get healthy, to connect with our family if we are in bubbles, and all these things that we've never done. So I think this is a really precious time, and 2021 is a year to basically elevate all the thoughts, the ideas, and push forward. And everyone's going to be in that same journey. So we're all going to be kind of working together. It's going to be quite powerful, actually, because they're going to go, right, and who can we connect with? Who can we work with? I think there's going to be some amazing things happening in 2021. I feel
Collaboration.
it.
I think it's amazing. Our world is obviously is very global, but I think it's
Mhm.
going to get smaller in terms of community based,
That's
even though
correct.
global, and very conscious. I think we're moving into a conscious space as humanity, which
Yeah.
is great. Conscious of our resources, our environment, of each other. So I'm really excited that, you know, of course, it's
Mm.
not been the easiest of time for many people with health and economics, but I'm
Yeah.
excited also about the future because it's allow us to rewrite and redefine the future, the rules really.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes. Totally.
see
Very exciting.
the future.
Definitely. I'm going to ask you a nugget for success because you are success. You are the success your business is, and it continues to be. Someone listening in and saying, you know, I want something, I've got an idea, or I'm in a business at the moment and I'm building it. What do you think was one of the key things? A couple maybe as well, because one might be not enough.
I think follow your passion.
Mhm.
I think whatever idea you have, it must move and inspire you. It must be something you're incredibly passionate about. And if you are passionate, you know, go ahead. Also, don't sit on things. A lot of, a lot of people procrastinate, it's like, oh, maybe this, maybe that. Don't sit. If you've got an idea, just move with it. And, explore what's possible and be
Mm.
determined, because there are, when you do things, there are lots of setbacks. For me,
Mm.
there were lots of setbacks for me, and it's my determination and drive that got me through. And you have to be very, almost unreasonably determined, where, many people's like, do you know what? It's too much, it's tiring, it's this. But when you have that unreasonability in terms of determination, it keeps you going when there's, the waves are very high. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and do your research, know your stuff. You've got to know,
Mm.
be really know what
Mm.
it is that you want to do inside out. So there is something strong about your passion that, you can bring value to it, or value to others.
Mm.
And
Definitely.
kind of what I would say, and work smart. Many of us work really, really hard, and unfortunately
Mm.
don't always accomplish what we're capable of because it's not smart. And
Mm.
so you do need to work hard, but you need to work smart so you don't lose time and, unnecessarily.
No,
When
definitely. Someone
work,
just said you're an amazing lady, such wisdom. Someone said you're an amazing lady, Jay official. You're an amazing
oh,
lady, sure. Yeah, no,
so
you are. You're a queen. I'm very inspired by you. You've done amazing things and continue to do amazing things. Very
oh,
excited by you.
thank you, and thank you for
You're
taking.
very welcome.
I love your music. Love, love,
Oh,
love.
thank you, sweetie pie. Thank you. And where can the audience find you? How can they connect on
So
your address of your boutique?
we are based in Mayfair at Nails and Brows. If you Google us, our Instagram, Nails and Brows Mayfair, also our brow collection, Beauty Edit Mayfair. We have quite a nice online presence. So if you Google Nails and Brows and pop Mayfair in it, lots of information will come up. And you can book online. We're trying to move. If you do want to service, we're trying to move online, because
Okay.
just easier with social distancing and everything. Obviously, we are a service-based company, but we want to manage everything online. So yes, I'm really appreciative. Thank
Um,
you for joining us
you're,
for.
you're, yes, all the audience, people have been there listening in and inspired by you. As I said, you're a queen. I'm so happy we finally got a chance to catch up. We didn't know it would be like this, but we are going to catch up in person soon. I can't, when I go down to Mayfair next, I have to pop in or we'll arrange something. I know, you'll still get around the backlog of customers and, clients, I can just imagine, give you some time, but we'll have a nice glass of something sparkly, I think, together and catch up.
I can't wait. I would really love
I
that.
can't wait.
So
Yeah, and you're wonderful.
thank you so much again for sharing and
You're
support.
welcome. You're
I
very,
appreciate. And have an amazing night.
I will do. And thank you so much for your time. God bless you and keep shining and climbing.
Thank you.
Take
You.
care, sweetie.
Bye bye.
Bye.